Here case study, Paul is a landless farmer. You can see here, Paul is a landless farmer. Works on daily wages in farm code. Gets wages less than minimum wages set by the government. Work for lower wages because of heavy competition for work among the farm laborers as well as increasing mechanization of agriculture.
Now let us study about the capital needed in farming. Modern farming involves high-yielding variety seeds, irrigation, fertilizers, and pesticides. The farmers thus need sufficient amount of capital.
Modern farming involves high-yielding variety of seeds, irrigation, fertilizers, as well as pesticides. The farmers thus need sufficient amount of capital. To buy all those things, definitely farmer needs badly required capital.
Small farmers have to borrow working capital. They borrow from large farmers and traders. Rate of interest on such loans is very high. Burden of debt causes great distress to them.
Small farmers have to borrow working capital. They borrow from large farmers and traders. Rate of interest is very high, so it is a burden for debt causes distress.
On the contrary, large farmers have their own savings. They do not need to borrow to arrange for the working capital.
On the contrary, large farmers have their own savings. They do not need to borrow to arrange for their working capital. So this is how people used to save the amount, right? And this amount can be used for to purchase pesticides, chemicals, etc.
They also possess tractors which they hire out to small farmers. The tools and machines such as tractors, harvesters, tube wells are part of physical capital for farming. Let us look at a case study. Sarita is a small farmer. She plans to cultivate rice on her 1 hectare of land. She needs cash to buy seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, etc., for which she needs working capital of 5,000. But she does not have the money. Therefore, she borrows from Ram, a large farmer.
There is another example here. Sarita is a small farmer. Plans to cultivate rice on her 1 hectare of land. Because Sarita is a small farmer. She said only 1 acre of land. Needs cash to buy. She needs badly amount to buy the seeds, to buy the fertilizers, to buy the pesticides. And needs working capital almost of 5,000. Does not have the money. So she borrows from Ram, a large farmer. Ram is a large farmer, a rich man, and she is to borrow money from the 5,000 rupees to cultivate the 1 hectare of land.
Ram charges 25% rate of interest for 4 months. Sarita promises to work on her field as a farm laborer during harvest season for no wage of 80 per day. She has to work on her own field as well as manage household.
But there is an agreement between Ram and Sarita here. Ram charges 25% of the interest rate for 4 months. At the same time, here Sarita promises to work on his field as a farm laborer during the harvest season for low wage for 8 rupees per day. Has to work on her own field as well as to manage the household. So this is the story of Sarita. Not Sarita, she's a Sarita.
Sarita agrees to these conditions as she knows it is difficult for a small farmer like her to get a loan. Now let us study about the sale of surplus farm products. Farmers retain some grain for self-consumption and sell the surplus. Small farmers have little surplus as their total production is less. It is the medium and large farmers who supply wheat to the wholesale market.
Farmers retain some grains for self-consumption and sell the surplus. Small farmers have little surplus as their total production is less. It is the medium and large farmers who supply wheat to the wholesale market. So after harvesting, so especially the medium farmers as well as large farmers, they take the entire stock to the nearby cities, that is Royganj as well as Shahpur, and they used to sell it. You can see here in this picture how they have been selling.
Let us look at a case study. Ram is a large farmer. He has surplus of 400 quintals wheat. He sells this surplus wheat at Raiganj market. He has good earnings. He also saves money in bank account. Later, he uses this savings to lend to farmers like Sarita who need loans. He also uses this savings for working capital. He will buy another tractor and hire it out to neighboring villages. The same is true for other large farmers also.
There is another study, case study. Ram is a large farmer, has to surplus 400 quintals of wheat, sells surplus wheat at Royganj market, has good earnings, saves money in bank account. Later, uses savings to lend to farmers like Sarita who needs loan. Also uses savings for working capital. Will buy to another tractor and hire it out to neighboring villages. The same is true for the other large farmers also.
There is often loss in farming activities due to floods, pests, etc. There is also risk of sudden fall in price of agricultural produce. In such situations, farmers find it difficult to recover the working capital.
At the same time, due to the various disaster activities or due to floods or pests, there is also risk of sudden fall price of agricultural produce. In such situations, farmers find it difficult to recover the working capital. You see, so due to floods, heavy floods, so during this season, complete the crop is damaged and they face the problem.
Now let us test your knowledge. Complete the following sentence. Dash come from landless families and they do not have a right over the crops grown by them on the land. Your options are A. Small farmers, B. Farm laborers, C. Landlords, D. Large farmers.
Dash come from landless families. They do not have right over the crops grown by them on the land. Small farmers, farm laborers, landlords, large farmers. So his answer is farm laborers.
The correct answer is B. Farm laborers.
Because these are the landless people and always they used to work in their fields on daily basis and earn.
Now we will study about non-farm activities in Palampur. About 25% of the people in Palampur are engaged in non-farming activities.
So far now we have discussed about agriculture, how agriculture has been distributed, how land has been distributed, what crops they have been cultivating, how they have been transforming its production to the nearby cities like Royganj as well as Shahpur. So apart from this agriculture, if this slide shows non-farming activities in Palampur. So apart from the agriculture, what are the activities carried by the people of village Palampur? If you see here, the non-farming activities. You see this slide here. Here one person is taking milk, yeah. Here tractor transforming. Here one fellow is looking general errand shop, and another fellow is running. And I think here, imagine waving cotton is, waving cloth. So that means the people have been carried different kind of activities, different kind of work. So about here, 29% of the people in Palampur are engaged in non-farming activities. That means here the people apart from agriculture, since the amount is not sufficient for their own survival, so they used to engage in free time, they used to engage other non-farming activities. So 25% of the people, 1/4 of the people of village Palampur are engaged in the non-farming activities.
Dairy. Dairy is a common economic activity in Palampur. Cattle are fed various kinds of grass, jowar, and bajra that are cultivated during the rainy season.
Yeah, if you see, yes, non-farm activities, you can say dairy mix. Dairy is a common economic activity in Palampur, yes. Not only it is every village you see, dairy farm is very, very common. Yeah. Cattle are fed various kinds of grass, jowar, bajra, cultivated during the rainy season.
The milk is sold in Raiganj. Raiganj has collection cum chilling centers. From Raiganj, the milk is transported to faraway places.
Yeah, from Raniganj, the milk is transported to faraway places. See, the gentleman who is carrying the milk from village Palampur to Raiganj, from Raiganj to he is transporting faraway places. So this is how he is to, by doing the job, he can earn the profit.
Small-scale manufacturing in Palampur. Less than 50 people engaged in manufacturing in Palampur. Unlike manufacturing in factories in cities, manufacturing in Palampur involves simple production methods and is done on a small scale. Small-scale manufacturing is carried on mostly at home with the help of family members.
Small scale manufacturing in Palampur is apart from dairy. So dairy is one of the non-farming activity. And next another non-farming activity is here. Small scale manufacturing in Palampur. Less than 50 people engaged in manufacturing in Palampur. Unlike manufacturing in factories, in cities, manufacturing in Palampur involves a simple production methods and is done on a small scale. Carried on mostly at home with the help of the family members. Right? So entire work carried by the more family members. So this is another example for non-farming activity. Small scale manufacturing in Palampur.
Let us look at a case study. Manish prepares jaggery using a mechanical sugarcane machine run on electricity. Earlier, sugarcane was crushed using bullocks. Apart from the sugarcane he himself cultivates, he buys sugarcane from other farmers and processes it into jaggery. Jaggery then sold to traders at Shahpur. He makes a small profit.
Here another example given here. Manish prepares jaggery using mechanical sugarcane machine run on electricity. Yes. He has purchased a machine and earlier sugarcane was crushed using bullocks. Apart from the sugarcane, he himself cultivates, he buys sugarcane from the other farmers and processes into the jaggery. The jaggery then sold to traders at Shahpur. So after preparation of the jaggery, entire stock is put in the Shahpur and which is located nearby Palampur. He makes a small profit.